Hello, welcome back to my channel and welcome to day 12 of Junk Journal July. Today's prompt is packaging, and I tend to use a lot of packaging making my journals and using it in my journal. So here I'm showing you some of the things that I use. We have craft paper, I have that webbed kind of thing that came in a package. I have this cardstock that was from some stickers, some tissue paper that came wrapping something, and those little strips are vellum that came with my iPad, and I made those kind of faux washi tape with them. And then these are also twine that came with some packaging, and I have this chocolate box. And let's start seeing what we're gonna do with the prompt packaging. I kind of wanted to use as much packaging material that I could, so I end up doing 2 pages, in one in which I show some of the things like here. So this is a piece of corrugated cardboard that I took apart. And so I've been using it to stamp lines like here. They are not perfect, but I like the effect. So you can use this type of things to stamp lines in your journals or for mark making for your collages. In this case, I used ink and that works, but you can also use paint. And then with this chocolate box, I'm gonna make a pocket. I like this box because it has the thumbnail there. So it's gonna be, the thumb notch. So it's gonna be easier. You know, you don't need a circle punch to cut it. You just use the packaging. You can use it as is if you want. If you truly want to have a junk journal made of junk, you can have it like that, but I like to decorate it. Then that other piece of box that I have there, it came in, it's part of the box of my protein bars that I like. And so I want to make a journaling card with that one that's gonna go in the pocket. These are some of my scraps that I've been collecting during this challenge. It's a lot. I have more scraps now than when I started. So I want to try to use those scraps as well. I know scraps was a few days ago, but for that prompt, I only used scraps from my box, but now I have tons on my desk. So I'm gonna use that music paper. Today my brain is not working very well. You'll see that I'm very clumsy. I keep dropping things. I cut some of the more dramatic clumsiness out of this video because it was too much, but I think you will still get to see some. Usually when I'm tired, I become very clumsy and I have a harder time finding my words. So there I glued that piece of paper and now I'm trimming it, and I'm gonna follow the pattern of the cardstock, I don't know, the piece of packaging, to just create that notch there. And you can leave it as is, but I like to decorate it. And I'm gonna use these stickers that my husband recently got for me, so I want to use them. So they're very nice, but they have this huge white border and I'm not a fan of theirs, so I'm just fussy cutting around this butterfly. This is a washi sticker, so it's gonna look really nice because it's gonna melt with the paper, and I really like the effect of that. As you see, like it looks so flat, it almost looked like the paper was like that. And to finish it up, I'm inking all the edges with my potting soil, I think that is, yes, from archival ink from Rangers. It's one of my favorite browns, but I haven't tried many browns. So then I'm using art glitter glue. So whenever I'm using like this type of packaging, especially if it is shiny, glossy on one side, I use art glitter glue because it's a better glue for those type of things. And for pockets, you want to use a glue that's gonna have a fine tip so that you only glue a very small part of your pocket and don't take up a lot of space. So to make the journaling card, I'm gonna use another piece of scrap paper that I have on my desk. I think that one I used it for the science, not the science, for the observe prompt. So it's a page of a science magazine that I have modified. So it has some paint, white paint, and that bronze kind of color that I really like. And so I'm gonna use that as my background paper for my journaling card. This is something that I do often. This is my favorite way of making journaling cards and tags. You've probably seen me talking a lot in my previous videos about it. I just love doing this, grabbing a piece of packaging or a tag or something and just adding some text pages and then as my background, and then I decorate it. Here you'll see me making a big mistake because I wanted to have that's when I realized that I wanted to have the lined paper on the back so that you could write following the lines, but I didn't realize that the other side of that paper didn't have lines. But it doesn't matter, you can still see the lines through the paper, and you don't always need lines to write, so it doesn't really matter. But it was funny when I realized that. See, that I dropped my glue stick. So now I'm trying to find other stickers. I really wanted to use this package, and I'm trying to see if I want a butterfly or a mushroom. I don't use mushrooms a lot, but I think they're cute, so I'm gonna use those. Again, these are washi, but they have a huge border, so I'm fussy cutting around. I love using washi stickers or the plastic, the PET stickers with text behind, because you can see through the sticker, you can still see the text. My timer went up because I had set a timer for like 20 minutes and this took me longer than that. So here what I'm grabbing is an invoice. So sometimes when you order something, you have this label that comes inside your box that it's your invoice, but they print it in label paper, in adhesive label paper, and I've been using it to make my own stickers. In this case, I made a label using a label stamp, and I'm leaving it to dry right now. So there I go. I cut around it, and you have a label sticker. You can draw in them, and I've been using my paint markers to draw on them and have your own stickers. So then now I'm stamping 12 in there, and I want to use that label in my journaling card. I should have measured this before stamping the 12, because I realized that was too big and I was gonna cover the small mushroom. So I have to put it in a different position vertically. And one thing that sometimes it's hard to remove the backing. So there, see, it's covering most of my mushroom. So I put it there, and the 12 is sideways, but it doesn't matter. I like it. Then I'm thinking that it needs something else. So I'm going through my favorite sticker box and trying to find something. I wanted to keep the red. For some reason, the red tones in the mushrooms and in the label. I don't know why. I don't do many things with red, but this time, I don't know. It just all look nice and cohesive. And Then the final touch for this is going to be inking all around. And I did like a vignette, like when you do a picture and you edit a picture to leave a vignette around. So I did that. And I think that it made such a huge difference. It looks really nice. I actually love this journaling card. So I put it in there, and now I'm gonna work on the next page. I want to do a collage type of thing, but more like a cluster. So I've made clusters using the same materials, basically like small clusters to go on a page. But now I wanted to make like a big cluster, like page size cluster. So I start with that craft paper that came in a box, probably something that I ordered from Amazon. They usually send either that type of, it's a thin craft paper, or the other thing that looks like a web. I don't know what to call it, but that's where I get that type of paper in my packages. And then I want to use more of that music paper so that I can tie in both pages, because I'm working in them separately, but they belong to the same prompt. So I'm inking all the edges. I didn't ink the craft paper, but I wanted to ink that. Oh, and here I'm gonna use that other piece of cardboard. That was another cardboard. I think that was from IKEA. It was protecting something big, and it had that nice pattern inside. So I took it apart, and I've been wanting to use. I've never used it before. It looks like a beehive. It wasn't great. I'm using acrylic paint for this. I thought it would look more even, but because I was pushing too much, I think the shape of the little things, it kind of got wonky. But I still like it. The only thing is that I ended up covering most of it, so I wish I would have kind of don't cover as much, like, or added more. I do try to add more after. So you'll see that. So then I'm putting my music paper. I think I'm putting it upside down from what I thought I would do. I don't know. And then I'm trying to add more. That's when I realized that I covered most of it. And then I'm gonna add that strip of vellum paper that I collaged on it. So for this, I actually watched a video, well, a couple of videos of Gail Agostinelli, and she does this a lot with tracing paper. She's really good. She makes them very pretty, and I thought I would attempt to that just with small strips. Oh, but before gluing that, I'm trying to see where I would put that thing, and it was all looking too brown for me, so I thought I wanted to add some eyelet trim. So I'm gonna glue this first. And it's just adding glue. As I said, I'm not feeling very well today. I'm very tired, so my brain is kind of slow. Anyways, so then this part didn't glue very well, so I'm adding more of art glitter glue, and I'm gonna have a hard time gluing this thing. I don't know what to call it. So I made a couple of clusters with that, and I ended up stapling them. I thought I would staple this one, but then I found a way to glue it that you'll see. And I was attempting to make more marks. I thought it was too brown and I wanted to add more white to it, but it didn't really work. Then adding glue stick didn't really work either. Like the glue stick went through the holes and it wasn't gluing. So what did work was art glitter glue. Art glitter glue is your best friend. it just, for me at least, it works with everything. So then I'm kind of pushing down with the bottom of the bottle, and then that was good enough. That was glued. And I'm looking for another sticker. This time I'm gonna use a paper sticker so it's not transparent. I could have used a fussy cut or a die cut, something that, you know, it's not transparent, because I don't want to see through. So I'm gonna use that yellow black butterfly. I wanted something red to tie in with the other page, but I don't know if you can see, but in that strip of vellum there is a very small mushroom, red cap mushroom. So it's all connected. And I'm then fussy cutting around because too much white border. So I wanted to thank everyone for your encouragement, your nice comments. I really appreciate all your feedback, and I'm very happy and very lucky to be able to do this, post videos, and that you guys like it. I still feel like I'm new to the junk journal world, so I'm always questioning my choices, but I'm glad you're enjoying it. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And there I glued my eyelet trim with art glitter glue because, as I said, it's your best friend and it glues everything. So there I'm adding some marks with my Posca pens, white and gold. And on the other page, I'm gonna write a few things using those lines that I stamped with the cardboard piece. So I'm writing there how to use packaging in junk journals, and then I'm gonna write a small list. Funny enough, you'll see in the list I write, I forget stamping, and I'm writing on top of the stamping I did. But I think I wrote pockets, journaling cards and tag, adhesive labels, and then I covered that, so I don't know. Oh, and collage paper, and many more. Many more. You can do, I do my journal covers with packaging from food. You can do many things. And then final touches is rounding my corners. Then, and I'm gonna stamp the 12. So I did ended up, after I filmed this video, I added a flower here, you can see. So I added a picture. And that's it for today. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!